Guys, welcome back to another grocery haul. We are a little bit closer to our budget this week. This was a bigger week for us, a few extra dinners. I should actually start, I've been meaning to start with our meal planning for the week. This is our little whiteboard on the fridge that we do our meal planning with. We go ahead and put the month up there, and I pretty much just track dinners, not breakfast and lunches, because we usually cycle through the same few things for breakfast and lunch. You'll notice on here for Thursdays, we don't plan for dinner because I work Thursday evenings, and then I also work every other Wednesday evening, so we don't plan for dinners together there. And usually RJ and Gav will just kind of have something simple like bratwurst and maybe some leftover cauliflower or something like that, so we don't plan a full dinner there. But otherwise we plan pretty simple. We cycle through the things that we know we can get pretty inexpensively, the things that work well for us. So we do a lot of chicken. We found the chicken thighs at ALDI's to be really affordable, and we kind of cycle through the veggies that we like the most. As you can see, cauliflower, broccoli, and we've been using, like I mentioned in last week's video, making a lot of french fries on the grill with just slice up some potatoes and make french fries on the grill. Those have been really great, so have those with pretty much every dinner. So that's the, and we do Saturday through Friday, since we get groceries on Saturday evening. Tonight we actually went to my parents because my brother was in town with his wife and the girls, so we didn't have to plan anything for tonight, which is nice, saved a meal. But normally we'll plan Saturday night through Friday night, and then we go get groceries again Saturday evening before dinner. So that's kind of how we do our meal planning for the week. So it was a more full week, but we still managed to come in under budget with a few splurges at the end. Our haul was broken up a little bit. We did our ALDI haul first because they close a little bit early. I think they close at 7. And we wanted to get that done before we went to my parents to spend some time with them. And then we went back to Walmart and then Wegmans to get a few more things. So there was a little bit of a space in between there, and that's slightly relevant. I'll mention that when we get to Wegmans. Grab the receipts here. Okay, so starting over here again with our ALDI's haul. We got some bananas for breakfast. We get lots of bananas because we've been enjoying these. I'll have one every day. Gavin usually has one every day, and RJ will have one every other day or so. So we've got our strawberries here, mostly with breakfast. I'll put those in my banana oatmeal that I've been enjoying, and Gav will have those with his breakfast. I've been going through a lot of banana oatmeal recently, so I needed more oats here and more raisins here for that. So those were two kind of big items that we don't normally get so often, but those should last a couple weeks at least. We got a fresh jar of applesauce here. We've been really enjoying that for a kind of healthy dessert. We'll just kind of take a spoon to the jar of applesauce and enjoy that. Let's see, we've got things kind of snug in here. We got some grapes for snacking, mostly for lunches. Apples for me. Again, I've been getting the Jonah Golds. I used to like the Galas, but they must have been going out of season because they were getting really mealy and they just weren't as good, and now I don't see them at all. So I switched over to the Jonah Golds. They've been very crisp, they've been very sweet and tart, and I really, really enjoy them. So there's enough in there for me for one a day for the whole week. RJ decided he was going to try some apples this week, so he got some Granny Smith. Not exactly my type, so we won't be fighting over those, so it'll be perfect. As usual, we get 2 containers of mushrooms, because those go with just about everything, burgers, and probably some kebabs, things like that, so we really enjoy those. In the back here, we've also got some olive oil. That we've been a lot better on. We were going through way too much olive oil. We were probably going through a jar or a bottle a week. We were, frying up all of our meat and our veggies, so we've scaled way back on that. So now we're going through a jar, or again, a bottle, probably closer to every 3 to 4 weeks. So I think we're doing a lot better with that. As usual, our favorite veggies in the house, we've got a head of cauliflower and a bag of broccoli from ALDI's. Those are pretty regular with our dinners. We've been doing the cauliflower on the grill, and broccoli I usually steam. We've got our usual pack of chicken thighs from ALDI. Again, you can see they have really good pricing there, $4.01 for a pack of 8, and that'll last the boys just about 3 meals. You know, RJ will have 2 and Gavin will have 1, so gets them just about 3 meals for the week, so that stretches pretty far. I got myself a fresh box of spaghetti. We get the whole grain. I was on a big spaghetti kick this week, especially after I made my own tomato sauce, which, oh, I missed that. I got another can of tomato paste here, and what I did was I sauteed up some green pepper, some onion, and some mushrooms, and then mixed in a can of tomato paste and a can of water, and a couple seasonings, I think some parsley and some oregano, and it made a really, really good pasta sauce, so I'm going to be doing that again this week. RJ also picked up some corn to mix in with a sausage and rice that he's going to be making for lunch for himself at work. In the back here we've got a box of mac and cheese. Not my favorite thing, you know, clearly you can kind of tell we try and stay away from processed foods, but you know, that's Gav's real guilty pleasure. He didn't realize that we had some, so he actually had some yesterday and was just elated, so I decided to go ahead and replace the box that we used, but we probably won't use it for another week or so, but it's just good to have in the back of the cabinet just in case he wants that. He's got some yogurt again for the week that he's been enjoying. He really likes the cherry and the strawberry banana yogurt. We got a fresh box of the apple or unsweetened applesauce. Not the best deal, obviously getting applesauce in that form in the squeezy pouch is definitely not as affordable as it is, you know, getting it in the jar, but it's just so easy for Gav to just, you know, throw it in his backpack if we're, you know, going to be out somewhere. He just really likes those, so sometimes we'll spend an extra $1 or $2 on something that's just a little bit easier. I got him a bag of the turkey lunch meat for his lunches. He'll usually have either turkey wraps or little turkey roll-ups. That's, I think, a 1 pound bag, so that lasts several weeks, so we won't have to get that again for a little while. We did have to get a fresh jar of peanut butter because I'm not doing as good scaling back on eating that as I should be, but I'm trying, so hopefully this one will last more than 2 weeks this time. Let's see how that goes. We've got 2 packs of bratwurst for the guys, for Gav and RJ, to go through a couple different meals. You know, put those in between days with the chicken. We'll do some days with bratwurst just to kind of break things up. Also got some more sliced cheese to go with Gav's turkey wraps, as well as occasionally he'll have a grilled cheese sandwich or to go on RJ's burgers. Got a fresh loaf of bread. We get, oh, it's upside down, but we get the split top whole wheat, sandwiches, toast, things like that, of course. Got another ½ gallon of milk for Gav. Got just 1 jar of juice. He can go through anywhere between 1.5 a week, so we still have 1 left over from last week, so just got 1 more this week. Got a fresh bag of pretzel sticks, which they've been really enjoying. We've been good about not over snacking on those, so 1 of those bags will last more like 2 weeks than 1. They also picked up just the generic ketchup for Gav and RJ to use, because the one that I got with the no salt is a little bit more expensive, so they're just going to use the cheaper regular kind for now. And we also got some barbecue sauce for RJ's chicken, as well as I'm probably going to do some pepper and onion kebabs this week, and those are really good with barbecue sauce as well. We get a bag of dried berries and cherries here for Gav and his fruit every morning for breakfast. He really, really likes those. And a bag of granola that RJ's been taking to work to snack on. as well as our usual tortilla chips that we have with salsa for the week. So that is our entire Aldi's haul. I was a little bit worried because we don't really track the price while we're in the store. So I knew we weren't going to go over, but I knew it was going to be a bigger bill for the week, and I thought it might limit us at Walmart. But it actually came in, let's see if we can focus on this, at just, okay, let's flatten that out, $66.26. So that is not too bad for all of that stuff there. Then, moving on to our stop at Walmart. I got a bunch more veggies at Walmart this week because the only issue that I have with Aldi's is that if you're going to get things like, you know, green peppers and zucchini and cucumbers, you usually have to buy them in packs of 3, and I can't always commit to that in a week, and sometimes while you have the price savings, I might end up with some waste. You know, they start to go bad. So I decided to go ahead and get some of those from Walmart, where I can get just one as I need it. So at Walmart we picked up another half gallon of orange juice. RJ picked up a large container of yogurt again for his breakfast. I've got a green pepper and an onion for salsa, as well as for kebabs on the grill. I made those last week and they were really, really good. I picked up some extra bananas because I like to differentiate between the Aldi's and then the Walmart ones. Get some that are a little bit more green or a little bit more ripe, depending on who has what. So I got an extra bunch there. We needed some more dish soaps. We got some of that. We get our fruit and grain bars from, honestly, pretty much anywhere but Aldi's. That's one of the complaints that I have at Aldi's, is I cannot stand their fruit and grain bars there. And I actually don't even eat them anymore because they do actually have animal products in them. They do have some milk and maybe eggs, I'm not sure. But I just don't like their Millville fruit and grain bars. So I normally pick those up, usually for Gav and for RJ, but I prefer to get those from either Walmart or Wegmans, wherever we are. So we got those this week. We've got 3 ears of corn for grilling, and we've got it's so hard to tell which is which, a cucumber and a zucchini, because Gav is interested in both of those with his dinners for his veggie. As well as I got just 3 plums this week. Their plum selection was not as good as it's been, so I've just tried a couple of those and hopefully they'll be all right. So at Walmart, again, not too bad. We got that bunch of things there for $14.55. I apologize, it's difficult to focus with this little camera here. But that was our Walmart trip. And finally, we were on the fence. We weren't sure if we were going to go to Wegmans. You know, I decided not to get my salt-free chips because we were at my parents' tonight, so I wasn't going to go through a whole bag during the week. But I decided that I wanted to check out the nutritional yeast that a lot of vegans use on their, or pretty much anything they want to add a cheese flavor to. So I did end up finding that at Wegmans here. RJ went ahead and grabbed some sausage because we completely forgot to look for that when we were at Walmart, so he got that at Wegmans. And then I completely forgot that at the end of this week I'll be going to a party with my other plant-based friend, and we were going to be trying to make some lentil fritters. And I actually needed breadcrumbs, but I wanted to try using panko instead because it's got less sodium in it. So Wegmans wouldn't have been my first choice to buy that. It would have been a lot cheaper to get that at Aldi's, but we were at Wegmans when I remembered, so we got that there. So not as impressive of a receipt, only 3 things from Wegmans there, and that actually totaled up, oh, it's way too bright, at $12.96. So not the best deal, but still, everything together came to, I think we totaled it was right around $93, so still $7 under budget. So we had a big week, a big haul, and still safely under budget. So still doing very good. So thanks so much for stopping by, and have a good rest of your weekend.